الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. We are again in our complete Arabic class. The people are taking a quiz, and usually we don't turn the recorder on until after the quiz. Today, we turned it on in the middle of the quiz. Remember, the purpose of the quiz is to test your regurgitation skill. That is to check to see if you can bring out what you've already taken in and enable us to see where you're at and to answer those questions so that your brain can think in a more thorough fashion. Okay, I knew that was a problem. I corrected that problem and go on to the next piece. Okay, so after writing down the alphabet, I want you again to write down the 13 sciences of Arabic. Write down the 13 sciences of Arabic. I'll give you the first one, sarf. Okay, write down. It's only in Arabic, yes, sarf, in Arabic. You can write it in English print if that's what you mean. If you want to write Roman instead of writing it in Arabic, the words, either way is acceptable. Make sure your name is on the top of the paper. Okay. Do you want this to pray? Okay. Okay. قال ابن أبو واسمه محمد الله في كل الأمور أحمد مصليا على رسول المنتقى وآله وصحبه ذوي التقى وبعض فالقصد بذا المنظوم تسهيل منثور okay منثوري okay تسهيل منثور بن جروب لمن أراد حفظه وعسر عليه أن يحفظ مع قد. Oh, okay. مع قد, I got you. Nuthira. Allah, and you could do this on those words so that we know that it's on that scale of fu'ila. Okay? Allah استعين في كل العمل إليه قصدي وعليه متكل. Good. Erase it. Next chapter. Okay. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. But you know, the whole point is, again, you know it backwards and forwards. Okay. You know, that's the whole point, to know it. Okay? Not just, you know, because people, when they see someone who is supposedly an expert in this text, first thing that you do whenever you're teaching someone is you establish the correct writing of the text. That's the first thing that you do. When we used to go to Sheikh Muhammad Salam, we used to go and read the text to him first, and he would correct it. Then we start studying it. Okay. Because it don't make sense to start studying something that has mistakes in it. And the publishers make lots of mistakes. They're just trying to print a book. So getting it down and you wrote it out, you know, you tested on it, alhamdulillah, you know it. Okay? Everybody else, where you at? 13 sciences in Arabic. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. 13 sciences. It shouldn't take you long. You could just easily write out the poem. Doesn't take that much time. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Like I said, I usually don't record this part of it because it seems kind of boring. Just keep, I'm going to record it today, you know, because, you know, they need to see this part too, in that, you know, the students at home need to realize that people on this side are testing every week. You have to test. When we send you the tests and stuff like that, if you want them, you know, you have to test, okay? After writing down the 13 sciences in Arabic, I would like everyone to tell me, what does sarf mean and what does nahwu mean? What is the meaning of the word sarf and what is the meaning of the word nahwu? This is question 3, right? This is question 3 and 4. What is sarf? What is nahwu? What you writing, man? Well, this is going to really get you thinking about what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. What is sarf? Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. Alhamdulillah. And what is nahwu? And what is nahwu? Kalam or kalama? Which? All right, so then write that. Kalama bil fat. Kalam is alif. No. That's kalam. Kalam would be like this. Right? So it would be al-kalam. Al-kalam. وفيكم بقى. إن الكلام Okay, if you finish, pass your papers forward. Whip the papers out, pass them forward. Could you go collect them for me, please, sir? إن الكلام عندنا.
Well, if you're not finished, pass it forward anyway.
If he gets to you, yes, you're done. Take hers too. Take that little girl's right there. She passed. Okay, let me see. ما هذه? Is it what? Oh, mashallah. Oh, mashallah.
I'm not finished.
Okay, well then write, okay? Jazakallah khair. Yeah, now we're going to hand out the handouts first. The homeworks that you guys got back, you guys had to write 100 times. What was it, 100 times or was it 300 times?
100 times each one.
Right, 100 times each one. Abjad 100 times, Hawaz 100 times, Huttiya 100 times, Kaliman 100 times. Each one of those functions you had to write 100 times. I handed them back to you. Some of you guys made some mistakes that you see like this. You might have written a noon as opposed to when it was supposed to be a ba. Attention to what? Details, not emails. Details. You have to pay attention to those details. That's not a major mistake on your homework, but it is a major mistake when you're actually writing something because it changes the whole word when you do that. So we have to pay attention to those types of things. Today, moving forward, we're going to go over the alphabet again. This time, I'm sorry. The other thing that we gave back was your report that you did. Everybody had to do a report. Now, you guys have to make up this report. You have to do a report. It's a biography of Ibn al-Nadim. Right. Did you do it? Okay.
I just looked at the DVD last night.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to make that up, okay? And get it to me. This report of Ibn al-Nadim. Why is he important? He is important because the basis of his book, Al-Fihrist, is where we find the proof for Abjadiyya, for the Abjad, Hawaz, Huttiya, Kaliman, where we get the story of the 6 kings. And this man, the best report that I saw so far, I gave some back. There were some major mistakes in some of them. But this one I like the best. It says, Abu al-Faraj, Muhammad ibn Ishaq al-Nadim, and this is from Mahmud Ahmad. He's not here yet. He probably is going to come late. Abu Faraj, Muhammad ibn Ishaq al-Nadim lived in Baghdad and Mosul. He was a Shiite and a Muslim scholar and a bibliographer for the Arabs and the Persians. His father was Al-Warraq. What does that mean, Al-Warraq? See, we're getting this, when you guys look on the internet, you're not getting it from Muslim scholars, you're getting it from Orientalists. Orientalists have a flaw in their research. They write everything down, but they may write it down wrong, or they may not understand it, so they define it according to what they understood. Okay? And so we constantly get things from the Greeks and Romans that are totally flawed when you find out actually they took it from the Muslim scholars or the Arabs or the Indians or whomsoever they took it from. They say his father was Al-Warraq. And the way they write that would make you think that his father's name was Al-Warraq. Right? But already he told you his name was Abu Faraj, Muhammad ibn Ishaq. His father's name is Ishaq. Okay? And he's from the Qabila of An-Nadim. Al-Warraq is a job title. Okay? Al-Warraq means it's someone who deals with papers. Okay? They used to make paper. Making paper was a big deal. So those people who made papers, cut papers, they were called Al-Warraq. People that worked with papers. Okay? In Arabic, it's written. May I borrow a pen, please? This one right here. Wow. Okay. Can you see this? Is it big enough?
Yes. Why are you spelling it disjointed like that?
What? No. Each one of these letters.
Why are you spelling it disjointed like that?
All these letters stand alone. None of these letters collect. So warraq. That's just the way the word happened to be. Okay? So, waw doesn't collect, ra doesn't connect, alif doesn't connect, and qaf, even though it does connect, it doesn't connect to alif. So this is what he was a person who he was. Like his father, An-Nadim, he was a calligrapher who copied manuscripts to sell. Before they had printing presses, people would write out the books. Okay, they would write out the books and pass them on. This is how he made his living. An-Nadim studied under several people, scholars like As-Sarafi, Al-Murazzim, as well as a Christian philosopher named Ibn al-Khamar. He also studied and admired philosophers of the past, such as Aristotle. He admired sciences of the Greeks and Hindus that were prior to Islam. An-Nadim also wrote a book called Al-FIKS. This is his most famous book, which means the index or the catalog. Okay? The book contains the history of the Arabic languages as well as other known languages. It also contains original classical Arabic works. The purpose, this is why it's very important to study the Al-Fihris, or at least to read it. The purpose was to separate original classics from translated Greek works. That was the purpose of Al-Fihris, was to put in this index the names of the books that were classical Arabic works before the translation of Greek works came into affluency in Arabic. You know, because those books had different objectives, different language. And he wanted to clarify, this is what we were on before this Greek philosophy came to us. These were our stories of old. These were our mythological stories before we started to ad lib to the Greek stories and put the little Greek stuff into it. For example, everybody knows the story Aliful Layla wal Layl, 1001 Arabian Nights. But did you know, remember like he said, he liked Hindus and everything like that? The story of 1001 Arabian Nights is actually an Indian story. It's not an Arab story at all. It's about an Indian girl, a Hindu girl, if you'd like, you know, from India, that whole area, who was married, this sultan, this prince, I guess he was. Every time he would marry a woman, after he enjoyed her, if he got bored with her, he would kill her. And he'd go get another wife. This woman was slick. She knew this was his thing. So, she, every night, sat up with him and told him a very interesting story. Until he passed out, went to sleep. Okay? And he never killed her. This lasted 1001 nights. And so her stories became known as 1001 Nights. And then the Arabs picked it up, and they called it 1001 Arabian Nights. And if you go to Egypt now, you'll see like 7 or 8 different versions of these stories. Other people have taken them, and they give them away to people when they get married. Read these stories. These are good stories for the newlyweds. And this is, stuff like that. But the original wasn't an Arab story at all. Do you understand? So, the purpose was to separate original classics from translated Greek works. The book has been translated into several languages and is still used today. An-Nadim died September 17th, 995 or 998. The exact date is unknown. This was an excellent report. This brevity and its length, it was very good. And that was from Mahmoud Ahmed. I think yours had a mistake in it that he had put the, let me see yours again. Okay, this type of mistake is not acceptable. He said, because he put in here, he made a catalog of all books written in Arabic, whether by Arabs or non-Arabs. That is not true. So whoever wrote that, whoever you guys got that from, that person doesn't know what he's talking about. Because the purpose of the Fihrist was to separate the non-Arabic works from the earth. What he does list, he lists the languages, the alphabets of the different peoples. All of the known peoples of the world at that time. And the names of those people and where they are geographically from him. So that is an important point because it does away with the intent of the book. Why is all that important to us? Again, as we go through learning the alphabet, we are going back to the original source in Arabic, which gives us the alphabet. Why is that important? Because you gather your knowledge from classics. From a classical work, no one can argue with a classic. Okay? No one can debate about the authenticity of your work. Having said that, you passed your papers up, right? Oh, it's over here. Let me make sure. Now, having handed out those other papers, I want to do something here. The alphabet, each letter, as we go through it, I'm going to show you how it's written. And I want you to memorize this as you go and practice the way I give it to you. As you do your homework from now on, try to remember the order that I give you here. Alif. Alif comes straight down. One stroke. If we go across a line, okay, we'll do like this. This represents one complete line. Okay? So, Alif is a one-stroke letter, comes straight down. Ba. Ba is a curved. It's 2 strokes. Comes over here. You guys write this. Sorry. 1, 2. Okay? Write this down. 2 strokes. 1, 2. Jim. I'm sorry. Let me finish the line and while you watch, and then you can write it down. I'm sorry. Watch. Jim, it starts in the middle of the line and then comes down. Starts in the middle, slightly under the middle, and then. So it's 1 stroke this way. You don't lift your pen from the paper. What did I say?
Don't lift your pen.
You don't lift your pen from the paper. You stroke, you don't lift the pen, then you go down and out. Okay? Then you put the dot there. So it's 1 stroke here, then it's a curve. Still the same stroke. Okay? And then you put the second one there. I'm telling you this because this is how I want you to practice it. A lot of people who are self-learned, they draw the alphabet. And they continue to draw the alphabet their entire career as writers of Arabic. They never graduate into authentic writers. And the only way you're going to learn how to write authentically is just like you did in English. When they wrote T across or H down, and you start learning exactly the proper way of writing the letters. Likewise here, there is a proper way to write these letters. Okay? And we're gonna go over it. A little quick, but it doesn't take much for you adults to pick it up, right? Anybody? You good? Okay. Abjad. Del. Del can be written a couple of ways. The preferred way that I have is to start in the middle of the line and to draw like a nose. Okay? You see how I did like that? Draw like a nose. You start here, come down, and draw like a nose. You can curve it up slightly. How did I say? I said you can curve it up slightly. Slightly. Why are you doing that? To make it clear from, like, say, a raw. Okay? But don't worry about that right now. Abjad. Again, this is one stroke. The next letter is hawaz. Ha. Watch ha. Again, it starts in the middle of the line. I come up, around, and go inside my circle. Everybody see that? I know it looks ugly, but I want you to do that because after a while you'll get it like that. But for now, I want you to go up, around, and in the circle. Okay? That's how we do it. Still one stroke in it, but it goes up into your own circle, make another small circle, and come back out. This is hair. Okay? Wow. Middle of the line. It barely breaks the line. Okay? It breaks it, but doesn't break it too much. Okay? Wow. And zay. Watch zay. I don't start as high. And I make sure that I get a long stroke, and then I put my dot. Okay? How was. So write these down. Abjad, how was. If you have any questions, let me know. Write these down.
The top row, the two last letters, are those different letters?
No, they're the same letter. Jim, Jim.
Okay.
Just showing you how to do it. Let me see where you're at, my friend. إن الكلام عندنا فلتستمع لفظ مركب مفيد قد وضع أقسامه التي عليه يبنى اسم وفعل ثم حرف معنى فالاسم. This has to connect. فالاسم بالخفض is ضاد وبالتنوين ب is like this. Okay, then it's the tanween. أو دخول الال دخول الال يعرف فقفوا مع قفوا فقفوا مع قفوا قفوا ما قفوا. ما هي is الذي. ما بمعنى الذي. فقفوا a follow the road, follow that which has been taken, the path has been taken. وبحروف الخفض حروفي بحروف خفض and then the dot. وهي, this is wrong, the hair starts there. Okay? That arm comes over more. وهي من إلى وعن وفي ورب has to be even. Okay? والباء وعلى والكاف that, but you could leave it, you know. والكاف واللام واو وتاء واللام. Okay, it's wrong. Okay. واللام واو. Oh no, not waawun. I told that's a mistake in the mistake. That's a mistake in the text. Waawun wata. ومذ ومنذ ولعل حتى والفعل بالسين Got it? It's the same word. سوف وقد وبقد. Yes, it is what بقد. فاعلم فاعلم. I think that's it. فاعلم فاعلم. Hold on. والكاف واللام واو وتاء ومذ ومنذ ولعل حتى والفعل بالسين ساف وبقد فاعلم وتأنيث وتأنيث. نعم نعم لا بأس والحمد لله. نعم كم ساعة الأذان؟ ساعة. أيوة إن شاء الله. كم ساعة الصلاة؟ 8 إلا ربع. أيوة ما فيش مشكلة. Okay, aren't you guys supposed to be doing something? You're supposed to be doing this, right? Okay. Don't start talking to this guy. He's trouble.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
The fourth letter from the left on the first line. What is that letter?
This one?
The fourth one, yeah.
This is the same thing. They're both the same one.
That's Gene?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just showing it in another way. Okay? Okay, so you guys are ready for more, right? Okay. So, okay, where's my thing? Oh, pass me that, please. Thank you. This may seem like a boring lesson to some of you. You might think, well, we already know this. Why are we going over this? We're going over this to make sure. You know, because once we go through this, I expect you, it's like when you do math, they say show your work, right? Likewise, with here, I want to see you write. I want to see you writing the proper way, all right? And I want you to be making little mistakes because you didn't learn how to properly write. All right? So even if you get so good, you're still going to have to go back and learn how to properly write. It may only take a couple of days, but leave him alone. Go ahead, talk to him. All right, so the next one, Abjad Hawaz. Khutiya. Look here. Ha is the same way. Ha. Okay? One stroke that you don't lift your pen and you make the circle halfway on the line. You see that, right? And one mistake people make a lot of times, they don't make sure that their tail either comes equal or extends. And so they write it incorrectly like this. It's wrong. Wrong. Just go ahead and complete it. Okay? Yes, sir.
I can take it all off. You want to check this?
Yeah, I want to check them. فعل بالسين سوف بقد فعلم وتأنيث ميزه ورد. Okay, take it off. Jazakallah khair. You're getting more confident now, right?
Not good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, ha huttiya ta. Now watch ta. Okay, pay attention, guys. This is another one that people just write like a B. It's not B. But look, you start at the bottom. You make a round circle. You see that? Like an ear. And then you come from up to down. It should be between here and here that you put this here. It doesn't go up there. It's between over here. This is the area that you put that in. And it really shouldn't be on the end, on the tail end. It shouldn't be on the tail end. So let's go in a little bit more. Okay? When you put the ta. So I'm saying that. So when you see somebody write a ta like that, I mean, you can get away with that, but it's more proper to put it right here. You see where I put it? Put it there. You can see that, but this is more proper. You see? And it goes on the line. When you're writing it, Watch. I drag my pen from the last letter I'm writing. I go past the area that I want to go back, then make the line. Do you understand that? So no matter what I'm doing, I go back, and make the thing that I'm going to make. Did everybody see how I wrote that?
You make the loop first.
You make the loop first. See that? Then you come down into it. Everybody saw how I did that? That's how I want to see you write. If I say write batta, watch me. Ba, ta, ha. Then I go back and say ba, ta, ha. Batta. Battatun, which means duck. Okay? Can I lift the pen? Only after writing the word. And that's what I want you guys to practice to do. But we'll get there, right? We're just going to get first here to get the letters down. The ya. Watch ya. Ya is another letter. People don't write whack. Watch this. I'm starting the ya in the middle of the line. I go across and up. You see that? Looks like a snake, right? Across and up. You see that? You can even go across and make it rounded. My line is not going over the other one. Now, if it's at the tail end of another letter, let's see, like this tha, then you go up a little bit. You see how I went up before I went there? Let's do that again. I write a tha, I go up, and then I make the whole thing. Does that make sense? Remember, the tha is on the line. So that means this is going to break the line, isn't it? You see that? Just ever so slightly, though. So if I'm writing a ba, I have a ba, same thing. You see that? So by itself, it's on the line. Or if you write a word like hatta, hatta. You see that? Hatta. Yes. Somebody had their hand up?
Yeah, can you write
No, I can't write
Can you write no ba
And do what?
and connect it to another letter?
Okay.
I can see the difference.
Okay, this is ba. By itself.
Right.
Let's connect it to tha.
Right.
Ba, tha. Okay? You see that? Let's connect it to ha. This is different. Let me show you this. When you do a ha, you go up, over, and down. Did you guys see that? Watch that again. I'll do it bigger. Up, over, and down. Did you see it? Again. Up, over, and down. Say it again. Up, over, and down. Do you see that? Yes?
No.
Okay. So, if I'm going to do a ba, for example, with a ha, or a kha, rather. Oh, yes. No, that's one. I start, go up, over, and down. You see that? Did you see what I wrote? Is that clear on the thing? So, this is how you write. And that's why you see Alhamd. Alhamd. You see, the ha is connected to the lam. This is incorrect for someone writing with their hand. You see the difference? Why is this different? Because I had to lift up my pen and write this. That is not the way we write. We don't write like this. No, rather we write like this. Did you see me? I didn't lift my pen. Alif, lam, ha, mim, dal. When you're writing. Is everybody following me? I hope so. No, I'm going to test you, you know. No, the thing. You're dragging this thing out. I figured you would be in another part right now. Okay, what I want you to do at this stage, because it seems like you're getting, can you finish this one?
Inshallah.
Excuse me?
Inshallah. I
Oh.
can try.
No, just I want to see it done, okay? It shouldn't take long. You know, when you say you know it, you write it out.
Okay, inshallah.
We don't got to think about it, because we know it. You know, the whole concept is the concept that you find in the Bushido. Bushido is the warrior way and everything like that. That doesn't counter a conflict with Islam. The concept is that it's not that I hope that I don't meet my enemy, but when he meets me, he meets an defendable, he can't repent, he can't get away from me. I forget the language. So likewise, it's not that I'm never going to be asked this, but when I'm asked this, I can come up with it really easy. Likewise, we're going on to the next letter, which is abjad hawaz hutiya kaliman. Kaliman. Here we go. Kaf. Kaf can be written a few ways. Today, we're only going to learn one. The way it's written in the beginning of a sentence. Watch. Did you see me? Or, pay attention, sharp line, circle. Did you see me? Either one of those. Don't go further than that. It takes the whole line. You have a question?
Go back on the first one.
Okay, watch. I just smoothly write it. Okay? Even in the Quran, you'll see them write it like this. Let me give you guys a heads up. In the Quran, you see some words are written really big, right? And then the kaf sometimes written really long. Do you know why that is? Excuse me? No, it's not. It's a very simple reason. And I want everybody to notice it's not no real secret to the people who study the Quran.
Spacing of the letters?
Right. It's about spacing. The purpose of the Quran, the ones that we have here from Saudi, or the King Fahd ones, are to make every every page start with an ayah and every page end with an ayah. And so in order to facilitate that, you make long kafs and long noons in places to stretch it out like that. That's the only reason you have it that way. Okay? So don't think that, it's for some other reason. That is the only reason. So if someone wants to ask you that, you can tell them, no big secret. It's just so that we can make this this page end at the end of the ayah. Okay? So that's why you'll see it done with the kafs and the noons. Okay? Stretched out. Does that answer? I see you smiling. Did you ever wonder that? Right. It's a real simple thing. Real simple thing. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Everything has an answer. And when you study, you should be able to find every answer to the questions. Okay? So that's kaf, right? This guy's laughing. He's over here. He's talking to somebody. Looks like he's doing a lot, right? He feels he wants to be sitting down. Let me see. Wal harfu yu'rafu. This is wrong. Where's my pen? Wal harfu yu'rafu bi alla yaqbala. Bi alla yaqbala l'ism wala fi'l taliyun kabala. Al-i'rab. الإعراب from عربة هو إعراب.
نعم.
Okay. إعراب تغيير أواخر كلام تقديرا أو لفظا فذا الحد اقتنمي. I helped you. Go ahead. And you know this word from ghanam.
Now.
Okay.
Like,
Right. Spoils of war. And the Prophet ﷺ, "Ightanim khamsa qabla khams." Take advantage of 5 before 5. So then take advantage of this definition. For the al-hajj, this definition, ightanim. Okay? All right. The next one is kafun. What's the next letter? Lam. Lam is an easy one. Many times people get it confused with alif. Watch. You know why? Pay attention to what? Look. Lam takes the whole space, but it connects. It doesn't have to be a large, it doesn't have to come up like that. It does not. All it has to do is connect. Alif is considered a stubborn letter. Everybody say stubborn letter. Stubborn letters do not connect. You can only sneak up on them, mean come to them from behind. But they will not connect with anybody else. So alif won't connect to anything. Okay? Somebody can tell me another stubborn letter? Wow. So we have alif, we have wow. No, not meme. No, meme is connecting. Excuse me? No. Vel. Vel, yes. Del, vel, ra, zay. Okay? Anybody else?
Is there someone else? Is there another one?
You tell me.
But wow connects from a letter before it.
Every one of these connects to the letter before it. You can only sneak up to these letters from behind. But they will never connect. Look, I can say alif, ba, right? Bao, bed, bed, I'm sorry, bed, bir, bez, okay? And actually, I made a mistake. I should have put the dots from the right to the left. That's the proper way to do it. To do it backwards is a mistake. I've been told that for years by my teachers. Is a mistake. When you write the word out, you go back to the beginning of that word, and then you put your dots and your fetas and your dhammas. To do it backwards, you think that's when you make a mistake. Because you thought, oh man, I should have went from the front to left. Okay? So, just want to be honest with you. These are stubborn letters. You can sneak up to them and connect, but they will not connect to anything in front of them. Okay? Let's see, are there any more? You see, you're looking at the paper. No, there are no more. That's it. Wow. Okay? That's it. Okay, so lam is not a stubborn letter where alif is. So whenever you see a connector on the bottom, then you know that's lam. Okay? So lam is written like this. See that? Whereas alif is written like this. What's this? Alif. What's this? Read this. No, what's the first letter? And the second letter? What's that now? Read it. Bel. Okay? What's this one? Ba. You see the difference? All they have is have something on the bottom. Does that make sense? Very easy. Kaf, lam, mim, noon. Mim, noon. Hind. La, baby, la. No, but meme is not a stubborn letter. We're not talking, meme is not stubborn. Here we are only referring to the stubborn letters. Meme is not stubborn. But remember what we told you about kaf, lam, meme, noon. Everybody say that.
Kaf, lam, mim, noon.
Right. What do you say in English? H-I-J.
K.
What's the next one? L. What's the next one?
L, M.
N. Just like you say in Arabic, kaf, lam, meme, noon. the exact same thing. K-L-M-N, Kaf Lam Mim Noon. Where do you think English got that construction from? That order. So, they're going to tell you they got it from the Greeks. They ain't going to go further than that. You know, it's like when you study medicine, they tell you about these people who wrote books, and then they tell you at the end that majority of their theories were proven wrong. How is he a great, you know, how is this guy a great, you know, scholar of medicine when 90% of his theories were proven wrong? And during the Renaissance, we found that what happened before the Renaissance, when you have these great books of Muslim scholars, and you know, proving the Western idea of education and recording history is a big fallacy. And Muslims need to do more to expose that to their instructors and teachers when they write their reports. They say, although in Western education or history, they only have, and they go back here, Muslim scholars have recorded the transfusion of blood and the circulation of the body and diagrams of hearts 700 years prior to that, and they have pictures. What can they say? You know? Anyway, the next one, Kaf Lam Mim. Mim starts at the bottom, okay? Now, I would say you break this down. You see that? There's a couple ways. Some people write it like this. Okay? Over, with an understroke and overstroke. Watch again. This is an understroke. I come up and go around. Okay? Some people go like this. Go over. They're both correct. The real deal is just to make this circle over. I prefer the under, to go under. Why? Because it's clear. When you do the over, it could be a cough. It could be a ta, a tha. It could be anything. Not a tha, but it could be a cough. It could be, you know, a fa. So I prefer the downstroke. Okay? Watch again. Everybody see that? Or if you're going, you're writing, circle, keep going. You're writing, circle, keep going. You see me? Very easy. Next one. Noon. Noon is in a group of letters that have diacritical marks. What is a diacritical mark? Come on, guys, tell me what a diacritical mark is. Shape. Right. A diacritical mark is any marking on similar letters, and the purpose of that marking is to distinguish it. Why? Because there are a bunch of letters that are written like this. Watch. You see that? That could be ba. That could be ta. That could be tha. That could be noon. Right? Well, let me do it this way. You see that? It could be any of those letters. So, you have to pay attention to the detail here. Noon is a ball or a diacritical mark on top. Okay? Diacritical mark on top. You can write it like this. Okay, you see that? Or you can write it like this. Okay? Remember, it's going to connect to another letter. Going on to another letter. So, this is how you can write it. In the beginning of a word, just like that. Just a line. Just a line that you put a dot on top of. Does that make sense? That's noon. So I can go like this. I can say ba, ta, tha, noon. The end. So I say ba, ta, tha, noon. You see that? Did I do anything different besides putting the dot? No. And this right here means this is equal to this. This right here, squiggly line, is equal to 2 dots. Do you understand? Oh, I forgot one. If you're writing in a line, you could do ya, noon, ba, ta, tha, and then noon again, let's say. You see that? All these are written the same way. So we need to know this because when you're writing, you don't have to go 2 dots and just write squiggly line like that. Sheen is not in that because sheen has a shape. Okay? Like seen and sheen. Okay, so it's slightly different. So that's kaliman, sa'fas, qurishat. You know what you're going to do for homework, right? You're going to write these out. Each letter, practicing 10 times each letter. But what you're going to be doing, and this is an honor program here, you're going to be trying the 10 times that you write it to write it the way that we wrote it in class. And from now on, when you write, to make an effort to keep writing it in the proper way. No? Okay. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Can you go one more?
Pronunciation? Sure, we're going to do pronunciation a lot. Okay, so we'll do that. I'll make sure we do it. Let me just check his work over here. والحرف يعرف بأن لا يقبل الاسم ولا فعلا دليلا قبل الإعراب تغيير لواخر الكلمة تقديرا أو لفظا أواخر الكلمة مضاف مضاف إليه مضاف مضاف إليه. Remember, it has to be an alif واللام. There's no tanween. Okay? تقدير لفظا فضلحا تنمي وذلك ياكس. You could do it that way. But you could also do it like that.
Okay.
That means that. Okay?
Okay, I couldn't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, just right there. That's what means that. وذلك التغيير للتراب عوامل تدخل في الإعراب أقسامه 4 تؤم What is this?
I was trying to write a rough on.
ونصب
I was trying to write a rough on.
رفع ونصب ثم خفض جزم فالأولان
I couldn't even see it nowhere.
دون ريب وقع. Okay? All right, let's go on. Alhamdulillah. Here we go.
Question.
Sure.
Do we have to write the Abjadiyya sentence or
No, just the word, the alphabet.
just
The letters. Just the letters.
that you give us? This.
No, that's going to be also, that too.
I don't understand.
I'll tell you when we get finished.
10 times the letters that you show in
I gave you a handout. You have to do the handout.
right.
Okay? Now, also I gave you other homework. You have to write. Does that make sense? That's the handout. You have to do that.
What do I do with this?
You write it out. You fill in it's trace. What do you see on there?
Oh, so you have to trace this.
Yeah, you write in the blanks. It's right there. It's like coloring, it's right?
Okay.
You see that? It's been that long? You guys just write in there. You guys see what you got to do with that, right? No. You just go. Ba, ta, ta. You write in there. You fill in the blanks. You trace it. Wa alaikum salam, Sheikh. Okay. How was kaliman sa'afas? Here goes seen. Here goes seen. Look here. Okay. Watch again. 1, 2. The 1 is a big circle, and it should come up. Okay. Sa'afas. Ain. Watch ain. Big pot belly. Okay. Ain. Okay? Just practice this. Sa, fast, fa. Watch fa. It comes in the middle of the line, comes across and up. Most people put the dot on the top. You can put it on the top or the bottom. I don't mind. Okay? Yes. Either one is correct. The one that is more correct is on the bottom. The one that is more modern is the one on the top. Okay? We try to do both to keep them both into circulation. Okay? So fa. Watch fa again. You can tell fa by its shape. Sa, fas. And sod. Watch sod. Make a little bunny ear and around. Again. Up, go back down, and around. Okay? Sod. Sod. Qurishat. Qaf. Qaf is more circular. See this? Watch qaf. It's different from fa. And ra breaks the line. Ra. Sheen is just like seen. Watch. Starts on the line, goes down, and then you put 3 dots on it. 1, 2, big spot, 3. Sheen. And ta, watch ta. Ta is easy. 1 stroke. Well, it's actually 2 strokes.
The bottom one.
Sod.
Yeah, can you write that again?
Watch. That's why I don't want you to write until after I'm finished. Okay, look. It's right on the line, right above the line, yes. There's some space, okay? You see? But it's a curve. It doesn't go past the middle line. Look. So I'm going right here. You see that? This is important. You go to circle, you come up. You don't let your pen go. You come back down and come up. Okay? So, it's okay. Kurishat. Thakhid dadik. We have 2 more words to do. Let's do them right quick. Tha. Kha. Same. These 2 are just like the baz and the tas. Dhal. Just like the dal. And dad is just like the sad. And dha is just like the ta. Sorry, I shouldn't have done it like this. More here. Let me do this one over. The ghain is just like the ain. Watch. Circle. Big circle. Pot belly. They call these pot bellies. Okay? It has a pot belly. But it hasn't been drinking beer. But it's a pot belly. Okay? Write these down and write them down the way we wrote them. That's the important thing. This lesson was just to show you how to write the alphabet. A lot of times these quote-unquote boring lessons are the ones that you get a lot of the benefit out of. Hold on. فالأولان دون ريب وقع في الاسم والفعل في الاسم. وفعل المضارع مضارع معا. Okay? في الاسم والفعل. Sometimes if you do that, don't look at it. Like if I see stuff, like if I get a text and I start looking at it and I find one mistake, I close my eyes. And I start reciting the text. Then I look at it and see what they wrote. And then, you start making corrections, stuff like that. Because you might get tricked. You don't think, oh, it says that? I didn't know it said that. فالاسم قد خصص بالخفض كما قد خصص. There's no well. There's no well. There's no here. الفعل بالجزم فعلما. Right? Okay. So there's no what? Excuse me?
قد خصص الفعل
Right?
بالجزم
فعلما.
نعم.
Right?
نعم.
Okay.
جزاك الله خير.
Everybody finish? And before we go, everybody say abjad. How was? I want you to look at my lips, okay? When I'm saying this, because there's an opportunity for you guys to see it, okay? Abjad. How was? حطي. كلمان. Hint, stop. Turn around. سعفس. قرشت. It's not shot. Shed. قرشت. فخذ. ضضغ. I want to hear that. ضضغ. أخبره لو سمحت أن الوقت اللي هو. أيوة الحمد لله.
كم بدك؟
يعني هو الآن هو ثامن.
بدك الوقت تنتهي.
أنا انتهيت الآن.
خلاص.
نعم. ولكنه هو يعرف. أيوة. أبجد. هوز. حطي. كلمان. سعفس. قرشت. فخذ. ضضغ. Right. Arabic is a language that is very exaggerated, so you can exaggerate the sounds. Okay. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.